Okay, so what we're going to do now is the second part of orthographic drawing. So your side view you did last time, and this will be the end and plan view. So the first thing is to reposition the paper on the drawing board accurately. So put it in under the side clip, more or less level with the line at the bottom, and under the other one. But what you've got to do is to check it's gone back exactly as it was before. So put the T-square in place and bring it down and check the line on your drawing is exactly where it was when you actually drew it. So what I'm going to do is I've got to pull up this right hand side a little bit. I'm looking directly over the drawing. Yep, that's it. So that line on the top line on my drawing is exactly level with the top of the square. Right, now you remember it's called orthographic projection, and if you were following the last video you will have realized that you need to project or bring the lines across from your original drawing to minimize the amount of measuring you have to do. All three drawings have got to be in the same place relative to each other on the page. So if you haven't already done it, project the lines across very faintly from your original drawing. Ideally you did it at the time, so every line on your drawing needs to be projected across, in this case horizontally, not necessarily all the way, but you're going to draw the end view here and so on. I've already done them on this one, so I'm not going to do any more. The same thing for the drawings up, for the lines up rather, going up from your original drawing. Ideally you do it when you do the drawing. So we're going to do our end view here, and we start by putting one vertical line, nice and faint, and then we measure our block and we see it's actually 32 millimeters wide. So mark another line 32 millimeters from the first one there, and take that line up. That's the last bit of measuring you'll have to do on this drawing. Now we need to get those lines folded round and across there. So what we do, draw a line 45 degrees anywhere like that. Take your T-square up, put your pencil in the first point where the lines cross, and very faintly draw a line across. Pencil in at that cross there, bring the T-square up, and there we are. So that is basically our drawing. So I'm going to start with the plan view here and go over that heavily. Okay, so these lines that you've put on very faintly must be emphasized, and what you'll do is position your T-square and press slightly harder this time. First of all we're going to do the plan view, and we need to think about whether we can actually see, looking down from the top of this block, which of these lines we will actually see. So looking at the end here, I'm going to see the end of the block and that line there to the top of the slope. So I'm going to put those in heavily, exactly the same as the outlines. These two lines here I shall see. So once again it's quite easy, put your pencil on the line, slide the square up to it, the end I shall see because that's the end of the block, so that one needs to be heavy. This line here from the top I can't see it, but I know it's there. So what we do is we put a dashed line across there, so that's a series of, it's a bit like the line in the middle of a road, the white line in the middle of a road, a series of short evenly spaced dashes like that. That's called hidden detail. Right, on the end view we've got the same sort of thing. The top of the block we can see the line that's at the break of slope there. That's visible. And the bottom of the block, obviously that is as well. Now the bottom of that slot here, from the end we can't see it, so that goes in as hidden detail, so that's a dashed line. As does the top of the step at the back. And then of course the edges like that, the right hand and left hand edge. That is the finished third angle orthographic drawing. There's two more things to put on, which will be the subject of the next video: the border, the cutting list, and the dimensions.